Vandermeid actually played really well in place of Holmes. It was his first start for the senior Vandermeid, and he did a nice job. Had, I think, a dozen or 10 points or something like that. As we get ready to go. You know, it's funny. I'm looking down at Munson. He looks about as tall as Simmons now, doesn't he, Mike?
Standing right there. I think Simmons got him by a little bit, but...
There's the opening tip. Jump ball brought to you by Simply Wisdom Teeth, and we are underway. Region 9 basketball here on KDXU. Thunder will start as Landick has it. Goes to Judkins. Judkins around the horn to Vandermeid. A little motion offense back to Landick. Landick out high to Reggie Newby. Newby, he had the hot hand the other day. They get it inside. They hold Vandermeid on the entry pass from Munson, and a foul called right away on a hold. Give the personal to Childs. By the way, Childs starting instead of Warner. I had Warner starting, but it is actually Childs that gets the start.
Yeah, when he was a little bit overmatched inside, and he actually just grabbed a hold and held on.
Try to get it to Munson. No good. Back out to Newby. Newby can't get the three to go. Rebound fought for and finally taken out of there by the Warriors. So they survived the first possession of the game by D. Hills. We're 30 seconds in. No score between the Thunder and the Warriors. Region 9 basketball here on KDX.
Newby had a good look, just couldn't get it to go down.
Inside to Simmons. Simmons, nice spin move, jump hook, a little bit short. Munson bothered it, but that was just a short arm and a rebound to the Thunder. Landick goes all the way and no look pass on Munson for two.
Boy,
what a look.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Munson underneath. He's the only guy in there that knew it was coming. He got it and laid it up and in.
2-0 Thunder on top. So Canyon back on the offense. At the top of key and around the horn they go. Thunder have, with the ball, was Walker Morrison. Morrison dribbles in the lane. No, that is not Morrison with the ball now. That is Baker. I missed it, Mike. What happened? The crowd liked it.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
A beautiful block in there by number 25. That is Vandermeid.
They go to Simmons. Simmons back out. Back to Simmons. Tries a three. Little step back three is no good. Rebound to Mason Landick. Landick out near a triple-double the other day. I think he had 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 22 points. Don't see that in high school very often in a 32-minute game. Now they go baseline. Munson with Lyman Simmons on his back. The sophomore bumps him a little bit. They'll jump hook. Munson left it short. Rebound Newby. Newby is blocked out of there, and we might have a first foul of the game on Simmons. Let's see who they give it to, Mike.
I thought it might be on Walker Morrison. Let's see where they go. Nope. You're right, Munson. So that's 2 personal fouls or 2 team fouls.
Free throw up and good.
Yeah, he didn't waste much time, did he? Newby's very confident in the free throws.
Reggie Newby 1 for 1 and make it 2 for 2, and the lead is 4-0. Desert Hills on top. Personal foul went to Blake Munson. I thought maybe they were going to get the big fella Simmons, but he got a clean block up high, it looks like. Simmons has it now on the wing right. Looking for a little help, has to go way out high with the ball now is Blake Munson. Munson, a little crossover on Landick. Inside to Simmons. Simmons goes baseline on Munson. Shot up off the glass, no good. Bothered by Munson, and then Munson gets the rebound.
Yeah, that's great defense. Kept him off balance and then just grabbed the board.
Stop and pop. Landick, no good. Quick shot and a quick rebound for Snow Canyon. Baker, no, not Baker, that is Morrison on the glass. With the ball now is Blake Munson. Munson the crossover. Back out to Simmons. 15-footer. Up, no good. Left it short. Rebound. Landick already with a second board early.
Well, they passed up a good shot for a not-so-good shot that time.
Munson drives in, and they're going to say a little knee foul, and that will be foul number 3 already on Snow Canyon. Team foul number 3.
First one on Lincoln Pilatus. So 1 on Pilatus, 1 on Blake Munson, 1 on Brenton Childs.
Ball comes in. They go way out high to Vandermeid. Vandermeid to Landick. Landick now to Judkins. One-on-one defense, man-to-man for the Warriors. Skip it over, and the ball stolen away, picked off. Going to be 1-on-2. They'll slow things down. And they find Simmons in there, and he throws it down. A big dunk and a nice look by Pilatus.
He was going to make sure on that one. He gets a block at the other end, put back once, twice.
So Snow Canyon gets their first bucket by Simmons on a dunk, but then Munson comes right back. It's 2 rebounds and 1 out of 3 shooting for his 2 points. He's got 4 already.
Well, we talked about the superstars, and they are showing their stars right now.
Trying a little fadeaway and not working for Snow Canyon is Blake Munson. And the other end, we've got Landeck for three, and he's fouled, coming out a little too hard on the defense. And a chance for the rare of rarities, the 4-point play. Pilatus will pick up his second personal foul, Mike.
Boy, Landeck buried that one from deep. I'm not so sure that was a big foul, but they made it look that way, so they whistle him. And Pilatus suddenly with two quick fouls. He'll go to the bench, Andy.
Checking in is Isaac Lyon. His dad, former major leaguer. Landeck with a chance. That was his first three tonight. He did not have a three-pointer on Friday night, in 92 points on the board for Desert Hills. And just like that, Mike, it is a 10-2 lead.
You know, I think the thing I've noticed so far, Snow Canyon does not look comfortable. Their shots, Andy, are a little off. They're stepping off or leading to the side, just not getting a good look.
Drive by Lyon, has to save it on the sideline. Gets it over to Munson. Back to the big fella. Big fella got bumped as he drove. Pretty good little pump fake by Lyman Simmons. He playing like a guard a little bit out there beyond the arc, Mike.
Yep, Munson with the foul on the reach or the bump, his first.
And we'll keep an eye on the big guys and their fouls. That could be a big factor late in the game. Blake Munson with it now. And they go to Simmons, way out high, about 15 feet out. Simmons skips it across. Blake Munson for three, and it's good. Team D auto three for Blake Munson.
Yeah, nice look and a good shot. He set up, solid, squared up, and knocked it down.
And hand the dime out to Mr. Simmons with a nice pass. Reggie Newby has it now. Vandermeide looks at, there's a collision and what are we going to call, a block or an offensive foul? Offensive foul called on Justin Judkins. Lyon taking the charge.
Yeah, Lyon, I thought, did a pretty good job. He just stayed the course right in the front, and Judkins trying to work his way through, pushed off, and got the foul.
10-5. Warriors have cut it from 8 down to 5 down, and they have the offensive possession now. Blake Munson looking for a screen from Childs, can't get it. Now backs things out. And we got a hold, maybe an illegal screen or a hold. And if that's on Keegan Munson, that's two.
I think it's Judkins. Is that right? No.
It is Munson,
right.
And that is two personal fouls in the first 4.5 minutes for the big guy from Desert Hills, Keegan Munson. He'll sit down. And checking in for the first time, well, Vandermeide actually back in. Also in right now for Desert Hills is Nate McMillan, number 32.
Let's see what that does for the Warriors, if they can take advantage now of the big guy inside. A late whistle, but I think a good call.
No, good call. You're right. I mean, that was an obvious foul. And actually, my only question is why did it take so long to blow the whistle?
That's right. I think he got hit, knocked, went out, picked up the ball, and then they blew the whistle. But they did blow the whistle.
Preston Vandermeide picks up his first personal. And with 3:15 to go in the first quarter on our one-loss scoreboard, it's a 10-5 game. The Warriors on the offensive end. Childs drives in, swings it around the horn. They're looking in for Simmons. Can't get open. Vandermeide all over him. Little up and under move, teardrop shot, bounces out of there, and no good by the lefty Lyon. And we're going the other way with it. Under 3 minutes to go. Landick, stop and pop, three-pointer, good. Wow, how do you stop that, Mike?
You can't. That's why he didn't, and it went through. He just stepped up to the line, quick release, and buried it.
Already 7 for Mason Landick. So Canyon on the offense. Get an open screen, a three-pointer at the other end, and how about the match? Anything you can do, I can do better. That's Will Warner from deep, his 7th three of the season.
Well, we talked about deep shooting is a real key in this game, and both teams now being able to hit beyond the arc.
Landick, is he feeling it? Heat check, yeah! 25-footer for Mason Landick, and the lead is 16-8, and Coach Meacham has seen enough. Mason Landick with 10 first-quarter points with 2:19 to go. It's 16-8. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Welcome back, Andy and Mike, live. Also, thanks to Matt Hamlin for helping us out with the pictures tonight and a little bit of audio help, too. It's 16-8. Snow Canyon on the road against number 1 ranked Desert Hills. And Blake Munson has it on the wing left, guarded by Reggie Newby. To Lyon. Lyon, the lefty. Passes in the corner, looking inside for Simmons, but pretty good defense by Vandermeid. Now they do get it to him. He is bumped. No harm, no foul. Here comes a double team. Gives it up. Back outside. Munson fakes a 3 and traveled. Yeah, one of those where his brain, maybe his body was moving faster than his brain, Mike.
Yeah, everything except his feet moved quickly that time. That's a pretty good job on the big guy down low by the Thunder. Doing a good job. They even double-teamed him.
Yeah, put the bracket on him early. He had to get rid of it. Judkins has it on the wing right side. Now they go around the horn. McMillan to Newby, back to Landick. Landick gets a screen, stop and pop. Heat check. Yeah!
Oh, man.
Another 3 for Mason Landick.
I think he's surprised. I'll be honest. I think he's surprising himself right now.
Well, when you're hot, right, Mike?
Amen.
13 in the first quarter for Landick, and the lead is 11 already for D Hills. So, Ken, you got to weather the storm here. I hope Landick cools off. Warriors on the O. Left side, it goes to Lyon. Lyon fakes the drive. Now he kicks it back outside to Childs, and around the horn we go. Into Simmons. Simmons one-on-one. Here comes a double. He gets rid of it. Open 3, they won't take it. Back to Simmons on the wing. Simmons drives. Cut off. Pretty good defense. Getting an applause from the Desert Hills bench for the defense they did on Simmons. 3-pointer left side. That one's too hard. Offensive rebound, Munson. Munson from 14, wide open, and he got it.
Nice shot. That's a big rebound and a big bucket by Blake Munson because all the momentum seemed to have shifted over to the home court team.
Purple sneakers now for Mason Landick. I think he was wearing green ones the other day, if memory serves. And with 30 seconds left, it looks like the Thunder are going to hold for one, up 19-10.
Well, if it's the color that works, I think I'd wear purple the rest of the year. Man, is he on fire.
Seems to be working, doesn't it?
Wow.
They'll just they'll let him dribble out there by himself with 20 seconds and counting now. Landick calling some plays, and with about 10, they'll go.
They're clearing out.
10 seconds left. Wanted the screen, it wasn't there for him. Kick into the corner to Judkins. He drives in the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Lyman Simmons. Offensive putback try on the steal, no good, and that's how the quarter will end. 19-10, our score here from the Thunderdome. It's Region 9 basketball. The number 1 ranked Desert Hills ahead of number 7 Snow Canyon by 9 on our one-loss scoreboard back in 1 minute. Welcome back, everybody. We're at Desert Hills High School. Our game brought to you by Sand Hollow Resort, one of our great sponsors, and by Nets on Fire. Check out netsonfire.org for back-to-school training specials and get signed up today. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Nets on Fire is our clock sponsor. 8 minutes on the clock right now. Snow Canyon will start with the basketball, down by 9. Warriors bring it across. Little pick and roll with the big guy Simmons. Nothing there. They'll kick back for a three-pointer. Top of the key 3 is no good. And a rebound to the Thunder. Newby has it. Almost threw it away, but he gets it to his little guard, Landick. Landick, maybe carry, got away with it. Scoop up and under move over the big guy. Can't get it off the rim, and a rebound to Simmons. Simmons ahead to Lyon. Lyon drives in, leaves it for Simmons. Simmons shot up. No good. He is hammered by Vandermeid.
Yeah, they doubled him up down there underneath. They got a nice interior pass to him, and they were all over him. Had to whistle for the foul. But, now he's got to step up and hit free throws.
Now the fill-in at center for Munson was Vandermeide. Munson with 2 fouls. That is number 2 now on Vandermeide. As Simmons goes to the line, and that has been maybe the Achilles heel for the young sophomore. He's not a great free throw shooter.
He's just a sophomore. Come on, Andy, now.
It'll come.
It'll come, no.
If you remember, Karl Malone was a horrible free throw shooter early in his career. He turned himself into a great free throw shooter.
He did indeed. Well, he heard you because he got the second half of the 2-shot foul.
19-11 now, 30 seconds into quarter number 2. The number 1 ranked Thunder trying to hold serve here. They're still undefeated at 10-0. Mason Landick, the dynamic point guard. Stop and go move, looking to get a shot away. No look pass, skips it over. 3 out of the corner is up and good. Nate McMillan from deep. McMillan hits his 3rd 3 of the year is all, Mike.
Wow.
And that makes the score 22-11. 3 at the other end, no good. And a rebound to Judkins. Judkins all the way to the edge, goes to Newby. Newby for 3, that's no good. A rebound and an easy over the back call on McMillan.
Yeah, Nate McMillan, it wouldn't have been a foul except he put his hand in the middle of the back to help him get up. So that was kind of obvious there. Doubling up the score right now, 22-11, Thunder in the lead.
I used to play basketball with a guy, Mike, that every time there was a rebound, he would come and he would step on your toe so you couldn't jump. And no ref is ever going to call a step on the toe foul.
Man, I wish I'd have thought of that.
Yeah.
I couldn't jump, but I couldn't stand on a toe either. So
Lyon gets a screen from Simmons. The ball stolen. Picked off. McMillan will go all the way in. Lay it up for 2. And the lead is 13 now on the steal and layup by number 32, Nate McMillan.
Yeah, nice job by McMillan. Just good, hands out high. Got it, went straight to the hole, up and in.
24-11 Thunder. Lyon gets a screen, can't do anything with it. Now they go left side, looking in for Simmons. Simmons, they got a one-on-one in there. Double team comes late. Simmons shoots it up, and it is blocked out of there by Vandermeide. That's a great block, Mike.
He's playing him stuff. He's just playing him straight up.
Newby fires for 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Johnny on the spot is Justin Judkins. Back out to Vandermeide. He cranks a 3, and another Team Diotto 3 for the number 1 ranked Thunder. Wow.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What's going on here is a 3-point shooting exhibition.
Timeouts brought to you by the Scott Gibson team at Intercap Lending. We'll take a 30-second break. Be right back. We are back at the Thunderdome, and Desert Hills right now doing to Snow Canyon what they've done to so many opponents this year. They're shooting lights out and playing defense, and right now it is a 27-11 lead 2 minutes into the second quarter. Mike, what do the Warriors have to do here?
They got to score. They got to get the ball in the. They got to settle down. Again, I told you at the beginning, they looked like they were a little half a step off. Now they're a full step off, but that's partly because of the defense of the Thunder.
Isaac Lyon has it on the angle right side. The junior trying to find somewhere to go. Nothing there. Now they go high post. Drive, stop, pop, 10-footer. Nice looking shot for Snow Canyon. That is Walker Morrison for 2.
That's exactly what they got to do. And to go in, little head fake, pull up. Nice short-range jumper.
27-13, 5:15 to go on our Nets on Fire clock here in the first half. Nate McMillan. Top of the key to Vandermeide. Around the horn they go. Judkins got the screen and roll. Kicks it to the right side to McMillan. Another 3 for McMillan. That's no good. And a nice rebound ripped out of there for the Snow Canyon Warriors.
Yeah, Pelias got a hand on it. Now takes it into the front court. Nice crossover.
Probably should have shot it.
Yeah.
The defense actually collapsed on Simmons. Now Simmons has it. Little jump hook up. No good. And foul number 3 on Preston Vandermeide.
That might be the way that the Snow Canyon Warriors can get back into this. It's taken all they can do to keep the pressure on the big guy. They're doing it, I guess, if you have enough guys on the bench and to keep running them at him.
Do you dare bring Munson back with 2 fouls? Well, the answer already from Chris Allred is no. We're not bringing him in yet. Free throw up and good by Simmons.
Well, Simmons 2 out of 3 tonight. You said he struggles a little bit there.
Well, he did last year.
Yeah.
I was just going on last year. I don't know how he's done this year. Maybe Matt has Lyman been good at free throws this year?
Matt's off in camera land right now.
He made them both. So, Mike, right now he's 75% in this game.
Well, that's good. And I think he's realizing as he sits down for a little break that he's got to do that. Now it's going to be interesting. Both big guys are on the bench.
By the way, coming in is Brexton Hansen, the senior forward for Desert Hills. Didn't play the other night until late. Landick with the drive on the baseline. He's cut off there. Has to go out high to McMillan. Now to Newby, top of the key. Right side, Judkins. Judkins fakes the drive. Looking for a cutter. Got him. Landick with a shot up and good. Probably got fouled. He turned around and shot at the guy that fouled him. But either way, that's 15 points now for Mason Landick.
Landick had some words to that defense, too, at the end. He didn't like what was going on. He was being wrapped all over, but he got it in.
Lyon tries a deep ball, and maybe Landick was guarding him. Maybe a kind of in-your-face play, but you got to make that if you're going to try it, right?
Yeah, Landick says that's all right. You want to shoot from out there and shoot like that, go right ahead. I'll show you next time down. 29-15 is our count. Halfway through quarter number 2. Number 7, Snow Canyon. Number 1, Desert Hills. And Landick has it tipped away and out of bounds by Paulides. Yeah, the coaching staff of Snow Canyon thought that he last touched it, but not so, says the official. It's been the Thunder in this one here. Long, deep shots.
Coach Meacham with his chin hammock on right now.
Yep.
To Landick's got a top of the key. A leap and lean 3 for Landick. That's no good. Probably not. Maybe one of the worst decisions he's made in a week because most of his decisions have been solid.
He's a good shot, but that was not a good shot to attempt.
Ball tipped, picked up in the backcourt by Paulides, and they'll reset the play. 14-point D Hills lead early. Paulides gets a screen, goes to Lyon. Lyon traveled, got away with it. Stop and pop jumper. That is a nice, generous roll. It's a basket made by Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison got the shooter's bounce on that one. He's got 2 buckets, 4 points.
Judkins steps inside for a 15-footer. He only shot it about 14 feet. Rebound to Snow Canyon. Warriors can cut it to 10 or maybe 9 here with the 3. Lyon looks inside, ball tipped and knocked away on the entry pass, and Desert Hills comes away. Reggie Newby's got it.
Again, I really like the defense. Well, here's that long shot. No, now see, now I think he's maybe having a little bit of understanding. You can't shoot it every time you're 30 feet away from the bucket. That was an air ball.
Yeah, about a 26-foot three-pointer that went about 24 feet, Mike.
Yeah, that's right. He was hitting those heat seekers earlier, not so now, but I assume he's going to hit some more in this one.
Simmons back in for Snow Canyon. Some wholesale subs for Desert Hills, too, with that 12-point lead. Childs goes right side to Morrison. Now to Munson. Morrison and Simmons. Simmons will probably screen and roll here. To Paulides. He drives baseline, looks out high. Around the horn they go. Three-pointer underway, and a nice kind roll and a Team D auto 3 for Walker Morrison. He's got 7 in the quarter.
I like what Morrison's doing. He's setting up. He's a little deep, but at least he's squaring and shooting good shots.
And it is a 9-point game now, Mike, without the 2 big guys in for Desert Hills. Snow Canyon making a little hay here.
That's where they were at the quarter, so they're back even as far as points in this quarter.
Warriors in a matchup zone right now. A 2-3 matchup. That's a zone with man principles. 3 by Newby, and Newby, who hit 7 on Friday night, makes his first one here, and the lead is back to 12.
I tell you what, Newby to me is just the kind of guy who says, what do you need, coach? I'll go get it for you.
Simmons one-on-one inside, steps up and under, and scores pretty easily, actually, with the 2 big guys out of the game for the Thunder, and it's a 10-point game now. Missed it, Mike. What happened?
Well, what he did is they called a foul on Paulides, and Paulides a little ticked off, and what he did is he threw the ball at the bucket.
At the other end of the bucket.
Yeah. He just flipped it away. I watched the officials carefully. They could maybe have called a tee. I'm glad they didn't. He got the foul.
And by the way, that's foul number 3 on Politis, so he'll
hurts.
sit down. Yep.
Yeah. Although Politis has not scored in the game.
32-22 is our count. Thunder on top by 10 points. Newby's got it on the wing left, steps inside of the defender, drives all the way in, loses it. Warriors on the run. It's 1-on-3. They're going to have to slow things down as Munson realizes no advantage. Gets a screen from Simmons. Little fadeaway shot. Boy, Blake Munson has provided a really yin to the yang of Simmons. He gets a 2 there.
And that's exactly what they needed on that one.
32-24. This is as close as Snow Canyon has been since early, with 1 minute to go in the half. Judkins has it, goes right side. New guy in the game for Desert Hills is number 24, Lincoln Holmes. That's Peyton's little brother. As Desert Hills working the offense, down to 40 seconds now. Let's see if they decide to go ahead and hold for 1 at this point. Newby's got it, now to Judkins, and they do back things out a little bit. And that's it. They're going to hold for 1, Mike.
Yep. They thought about it for a minute, but they pulled her back out.
Newby has it, guarded 1-on-1 outside. Now he gives it up to Lincoln Holmes. Lincoln to Judkins, playing a little weave with 20 seconds now left in the quarter, in the first half. To Newby. Newby says, I'm going to try a 3 now, and he got it with 13 seconds to go. Newby hits a deep ball, his second in the quarter. Snow Canyon with time. They got to go, though. 5 seconds to go. Munson gets a screen. Steps back. He's in trouble now. Leap and lean, 18-footer, and that is no good. Not the shot they wanted late when they had time to get a good one. But we will go to the half. A 35-24 lead. Snow Canyon trailing the number 1 Thunder. Mike, your reaction, first of all, the first half of this one.
Well, it's the kind of game I kind of thought it would be, except I got to admit, the defense of the Thunder is better than I expected. I thought they absolutely shut down the big guy early in the game, but by doing that, they got a couple of guys in foul trouble. But you look at the score here, they're up 11. That's actually gaining a bucket in that second quarter when Snow Canyon, I thought, started to play a little better. I really like what they're doing. They're hitting their shots, and they're playing great defense. There's no wonder why they're number 1 and up 11.
It is halftime. The Info West halftime report is coming up. It is an 11-point lead. Desert Hills, the number 1 team in the land. They lead by 11. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, welcome back. Andy Griffin, Mike McGarry live from the Thunderdome. It's Desert Hills and Snow Canyon. It is a 35-24 lead here at the break as we having a good time here. Snow Canyon, you know, Mike, all things considered, the storm that they had to weather with the red-hot shooting of Mason Landick, this could be a lot worse. An 11-point game. You're still in this thing. You still got a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point, Andy. They really are. Now, Landick just went off. He hit 4 threes in the first quarter, but he shot 2 air balls in the second quarter. I think that kind of shook his confidence just a little bit. That's not to say he's not going to come back in the second half and knock down a bunch more, but I think it really slowed them down. But as we flip that scenario, though, Desert Hills got a good-sized lead, but then Snow Canyon crept back into it, but really could get no closer than about 8 or 9 points. And now, of course, it's 11 here at the half. So Desert Hills still in control. The key we mentioned, shooting at the first of the game, obviously that's working really well for Desert Hills. They have knocked down 8 beyond the arc, 4 of those by Mason Landick. That doubles up the Snow Canyon time. They have hit 4, 1 or 2 by Will Warner.
Yeah, Mike, you know, and when we looked at it, we thought 2 big keys, Camping World keys, were three-point shooting and tempo. Right now, the tempo is actually a little closer to what Snow Canyon wants, but the three-point shooting, remember, Snow Canyon has more threes this year than Desert Hills. They haven't been able to keep up. Landick, of course, the one-man wrecking crew for most of it.
I want to correct myself. There's actually 3 threes in the first half for Snow Canyon. Warner got 1, Blake Munson got 1, and Walker Morrison got 1. But you look at the scoring in the first half, and there's only 4 guys that have put the ball in the hole for Snow Canyon. But there's also just 5 guys for Desert Hills. So not a lot of guys getting in, but I think at this time of the season, you go to the guys who brought you there. In other words, the guys that have been doing it all season long, and it's very consistent scoring up and down both of the rosters.
We're at halftime, brought to you by InfoWest, the internet people for the fastest internet in southern Utah and local support. Trust the internet people at InfoWest. Go to InfoWest.com to sign up today. We'll have some score updates for you in a minute. Dixie State with a late ad game. They're playing New Mexico tonight.
Wait a minute, what's this late ad stuff? I thought they could only do that like in, no, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, with COVID-19, you never know who you're going to play when. Sometimes it's, are you open? Yeah, I'm open too. Let's play.
All right,
and that's
meet you tomorrow night right here on court.
That's what's happening right now as they're playing the New Mexico Lobos, D1, former powerhouse D1, New Mexico Lobos. They're down a little bit this year, but Dixie State down by 1 at the half. They led most of the first half. They trailed by 1 point at halftime right now to New Mexico. All right, let's talk Wilkinson stats now in the first half. First of all, for the visiting Warriors, leading scorer is Walker Morrison. Morrison with 8 points here at the half. He has a 3. No, he has 7. I did my math wrong. 7 points in the first half, a 3 and 2 twos. Also 7 for Lyman Simmons on 2 twos and 3 out of 4 from the line. And 7 for Blake Munson with a 3 and 2 twos. The only other scorer, Will Warner, hit a 3-pointer back in the first quarter. Mike, conspicuously absent. Lincoln Politis without any points in this game. They need him.
Yeah, and he averages 11 a game, and boy, they could use some of that. But the problem right there, Politis in foul trouble. He's got 3, and he's sitting on the bench. And I'm pretty sure he's going to come back to start the second half, but he's going to have to go out and say, excuse me, would you give me the ball? Because I can't really go after it because I've got 3. He's got to really play careful here in the second half.
On the other side of the ledger, 15 points for that guy, Mason Landick. Kid averages 21 a game. He's made 23 3-pointers coming into the game. He had 4 in the first quarter, so he's up to 25 threes now on the season. He has 15 to lead the way. 6 points for Preston Vandermeide. 5 in the game, each for Reggie Newby and Nate McMillan. They both hit 3-pointers. And a quiet game for Keegan Munson. He has just 2 field goals and 4 points in the contest. I'm looking down at other scorers who should be scoring. Justin Judkins averaging 11 a game, Mike, has no points in this one, and only 4 for Munson. If you can have an 11-point lead and 2 of your big scores haven't really come yet, you're in good shape.
Yeah, you're in darn good shape. And, you know, the thing on Munson, again, the foul trouble situation, he got 2 fairly early in the ball game and had to sit down. And maybe the good news, bad news there was the good news was for his team. They continued on. The bad news was for Munson because the guys that came in played pretty well, and they didn't have to hurry him back in there. But all things considered, I think the pace was mostly Desert Hills in that first half, but that little run there in the middle of the second quarter was what Snow Canyon wanted. They're going to have to really take that and bring it to the second half.
We are just about ready to go for the second half. I didn't get my second break in. Again, our score today brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. The only other score we had from Region 9 was Dixie Cedar, 31-31 at the break in that game.
Wow. Boy, the Redmen, you just don't know what you're going to get when you play them this year, do you?
7-2 Reds trying to beat the 7-2 Flyers. Flyers, though, 2 big-time losses this year to Lone Peak and Wasatch Academy. Judkins drives in, drops the ball off. Vandermeid, no, that's Nate McMillan with the 15-footer. Bank shot straight on, Mike. I don't think he meant to bank it.
Yeah, but he's not going to admit that.
He didn't call bank.
Sure, I meant to do it that way.
In pickup ball, that's no points. Long three is a brick off to the side by Munson, the other Munson, Blake Munson, and the lead at 13. Thunder with the basketball. Landick cut off. Good help by Childs, but they go to Judkins on the baseline. Judkins drives in, has the ball tipped out of bounds, goes over the bench. Caught by a JV kid or a freshman kid over behind the bench.
Now that was good defense that time by Snow Canyon. They collapsed, they went out, they double-teamed the big guy, got a hand up to knock it away. Let's see if they can keep that up. 13-point
game, dangerous time for the Warriors. A Desert Hills run right here, and it's a blowout. It's over. Snow Canyon run, though, and we're back in this thing. Landick with his purple shoes drives in the lane, goes all the way to the hoop, trying to get a shot away, can't. Kicks it back outside. Three-pointer by McMillan is good. Team D auto 3.
Okay, I'm going to ask that. How did he get that wraparound pass out of there? I thought he was completely under control. Landick found McMillan, and he dropped a triple.
McMillan, 2 threes on the year, and he has 2 in this game, and we've got an offensive foul. A little brush off, little sweep off by Walker Morrison. That is his first foul, offensive foul. The lead is 16 right now. And again, Snow Canyon in danger here of getting blown off the court by a very good D Hills team, the number 1 ranked team in the state. Little pick and roll. Judkins can't find his man, goes right side around the horn to Landick. Landick cut off in the free throw line, back out to Munson. He'll try a 3. Shot is up and too hard, no good. Rebound to Blake Munson. As good as the threes were in the first half, we've seen some ugly ones here.
Yeah.
3 on the other end. Childs, that's a brick as well. Rebound to Judkins.
Boy, that touch is gone, isn't it, from the outside?
I think the wrong guys are shooting the threes. This guy can shoot. Newbie, shot no good. Long rebound, no, to Keegan Munson. Backs down Simmons. Little jump hook up and good. Munson over Simmons.
That's probably the best shot of the night by Keegan Munson. That was pure desire and muscle, and he got it up and in.
Lead is now 18. We're on the verge of this one being over in the third quarter. 42-24. Warriors need a basket in the worst way. Blake Munson hedges, goes right side. The three-pointer by Morrison, no good. Rebound to Landick. Landick in the forecourt, stops at the 3. Shoots, shot no good. Rebound taken down by Simmons. It hit, I believe, the pipe up above the rim.
Yeah, the support's up there, which technically is out of bounds, so it'll go over to Snow Canyon, even though they had it anyway.
Automatic dead ball there. Yep. So 5:20 to go third quarter, 42-24. Desert Hills doing what they've done to so many teams this year, blowing them out. Munson thought about a 3, can't get it away. Goes inside to Simmons. Simmons has to chase the ball down. Now stopping, popping. By the way, a nice-looking jump shot. Up and good by Will Warner. And by the way, Politis not playing, and there's a bucket by Simmons just the other way. Munson has 8 in the game, and the lead is back to 18. Even when Snow Canyon makes a good play on offense, it's like 5 seconds since Desert Hills is scoring again.
And that's exactly why they are the way they are this year, and they have that ability to get right back in it.
3 on the other end. Simmons gets a rebound on the miss and puts it back up and in. Landick thought he was fouled on a push-off. No call.
Yep. Bucket up and in. Simmons now with 9 points in the ball game. They need a lot more from him and actually the rest of the team. They're down big.
44-28. Landick on the angle right. Being guarded by Morrison and company. Whip pass to Judkins, drives in the lane, leaves it off to Landick, or to Munson, who flushes it down for the dunk.
You know, that was a great bucket by Munson, but that absolutely was the assist to the young guy, or not the little guy. I mean, he's the one that made it happen.
Judkins with the dime.
Yeah.
He's got a whole roll of dimes, it seems like, in this game. It's 46-28. Munson cut off by Landick. To Simmons. Simmons tries to go inside too high for his guy, but a nice recovery by Childs, and he puts it up and in.
Yeah, good job by Brenton Childs. That's his first bucket of the game, and that brings us to a timeout.
Full timeout on the floor, brought to you by the Scott Gibson team at Intercap Lending. We'll be back in 1 minute. It's a 16-point Thunder lead. We're back at Desert Hills High School. The Thunder leading the Warriors 46-30. Only score right now I have an update is the Dixie State score. They're playing New Mexico. Lobos lead by 3 in the second half after a power outage at Burns Arena. They got the lights back on, and the Trailblazers trying to get a big D1 win here. Landick has it tipped away. Good hands by Politis. Politis 1-on-2, leaves it for Simmons. Simmons goes to dunk it, and he is hammered. Late whistle, but yeah, he got hit in the face.
Yeah, so he'll go to the line shooting 2. Did they call that on Landick? Yep. So that's the first personal on Mason Landick. 15 in the game, and it all coming in the first half for Mason.
So Lyman Simmons would go to the free throw line with the bright green sneakers and the nice short haircut. And, I said he wasn't a great free throw shooter. So far, he's looking pretty darn good, Mike.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. That's not bad for the man. 12 or 10 in the ball game. First player in the double figures for the Warriors.
He had to know in the offseason he was going to get to the line a lot this year, as big as he is. And so you work on something like that. And my guess is he shot 1,000 free throws or more this summer because he looks really good. 46-32, lead down to 14.
Think he got a hold of tennis and triple, learned how to shoot free throws.
Try to get it into Munson on the alley-oop, but Munson is hit, and they're going to say a personal foul on, I believe, Isaac Lyon. It is Lyon with the personal.
That's the first personal on Isaac Lyon, just the second team on Snow Canyon. Still down 14 in this one, a little more than 3 to go in this third quarter.
Lyon, a great baseball player like his dad who played in the major leagues. And we got a little bit of temper flaring as Landick tried to get away from the defender on the play, which was Will Warner. And they both kind of took exception at it. The referee called the foul. I'm not sure why Landick was upset. He got the call.
Landick threw an elbow. Did you see that? He didn't like what happened, and I think that's why the officials spent a little extra time in his face. It wasn't really an aggressive, more like a little poke in the chest.
Referee again takes the two of them over there. It's Warner and Landick. So let's have a little chat, young fellas.
Warner says, yes, sir, of course, sir. I'm going to grab this guy when you walk away.
Landick has it, drives hard in the lane, jump stop. He is hammered, and he'll go to the free throw line. Personal foul called. And kind of watching the bench, see what they're excited about.
I think they're excited because their guy continues to control. And that was an aggressive foul right there.
Did the old Euro jump stop for Landick. And they're going to say it's not a shooting foul. They're going to say he fouled him before the shot.
Yeah. They're not buying that over there in. They're telling the sit
Tell
down,
the
guys.
bench to sit down, guys.
Quit being happy over there, would you? Sit down, boys.
3:08 left, third quarter. Temper's starting to flare just a little bit here as Desert Hills throws it out of bounds, and the Snow Canyon students, about 20 strong, giving them the business a little bit. I guess that's a JV team over there, the freshmen.
Yeah, it is. I'm waiting to see if they tell the Snow Canyon guys. Oh, they sat down. Okay, they're all right then. Here we go.
I'm just talking about the guys in the stands.
Yeah,
there.
but there was more on the bench standing up too.
Warriors trying to get back in this thing. They need a couple of buckets in a row if they're going to have a chance. Hard drive, stop and pop off the glass, no good. And going to the free throw line will be Warner. Little mano a mano, but that was not Landick guarding him that time. He doesn't care.
Judkins, I think, with the foul on that one.
Yeah, second of the game on Justin Judkins. Of course, his dad is the coach over there at Dixie State. They're playing right now. He doesn't get to watch his son play.
Doesn't get to watch much of his son, does he? He'd love to watch more, but he's kind of a busy guy right now. Taking his team to Division I this year.
Dixie State playing tonight. They also play Friday and Saturday, trying to make up for lost ground after having 3 games canceled because of COVID-19.
Yep.
Free throws make it a 12-point game, 46-34. Screen and roll. They go to Vandermeid. Vandermeid hands it off to Landick. Landick lost it, got it back. He'll drive in the lane, drop it off for Keegan Munson, who throws it down with authority.
Wow, Munson went up high and hammered that one home. But I tell you what, it was the pass by Landick that made it all possible.
I believe we're going to have a sideline warning now by the official because the bench of Desert Hills has been very enthusiastic, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good word. We'll say that one.
Perhaps overly so. So a sideline warning by the official. That means if they do it again, they could get a technical foul.
A foul, yep.
2.5 to go here, third quarter, 48-34. Warriors down 14 to the number 1 team in the state, the Desert Hills Thunder. And the Warriors with the basketball. Paulides in the game, playing with 3 fouls here in the third quarter. Drops the ball off to Munson. Round the horn they go. Isaac Lyon, step back 3, got it! Big 3 for Lyon, makes it an 11-point game.
And that's his first bucket of the game. Good time for that to happen for Snow Canyon right now. Time for a good defensive stop.
Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Landick tries to match at the other end. That's no good. He wanted a foul.
Didn't get it.
No call by the official. Here come the Warriors. Chance of making a single-digit game. Up and under shot, no good. Foul on Munson. Maybe Judkins. Let's see who they give it to.
And they're both complaining, so.
They give it to Munson, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, you're right.
And that is 3 on the big guy for Desert Hills. Munson has had a good quarter, 8 points in the quarter, 12 in the game. He just picked up foul number 3. We'll see if Allred makes a move. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's going to leave Munson in with 1:41 to go in the quarter. And the free throw is up and good by Blake Munson.
We're seeing some guys step up, doing some good stuff here in this quarter. Snow Canyon has been outplayed until, I think, the last 5 minutes, Andy.
Well, they have been, but they're hanging in there.
Yep, well, they cut it into single digits.
9-point game after 2 free throws by Munson. 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Warriors staying in this, but they need a run. Pick and roll with Judkins. Look for Munson, can't get it to him. Out high to Vandermeid. Right side, Landick. He drives baseline, carried the ball, and then had it stolen. Long lead pass, Paulides. Stop and pop. Fast break 3. Got it! It is a 6-point game on a 3 by Paulides.
And that's the first bucket of the night by Lincoln Paulides. And Andy, he turned and went the other way before the ball got to the bucket. He knew it was good.
There was a collision, by the way, going into the timeout here by 2 players trying to get off the floor. Referees had to separate them. The benches started to empty. Everything, cooler heads prevailed, thankfully. But, wow, that could have been scary. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. Our one-loss scoreboard has the Warriors climbing back in it. It's 48-42 D Hills. Got a score from over at Burns Arena. Dixie State on the short end of a 12-0 run. New Mexico now leads Dixie State 45-32 in the second half. Wrong time to go cold for the Trailblazers.
Yep.
48-42, Desert Hills hanging on to a 6-point lead. They've led virtually throughout this game. And Newby stops and pops for three, and that'll stop a run right there. Team D auto three for Newby.
And that is his third Team D auto three in the game.
Newby had 23 this year coming into this game, but he only had 16 before last game and made 7 of them. Alley-oop inside Simmons, has to catch it, puts it up and in. Nice job by Munson not to foul. The bucket is good, makes it a 7-point game.
Simmons, yeah, he has 13 in the game, 6 in the quarter.
Simmons and Munson. Munson, I believe, has, 12? So they're going right at it, those two. Landick out high on the DH logo behind the back dribble. He cuts away from the double team, back out. 20 seconds to go in the third. 7-point Thunder lead, playing for 1 here with 15 now. Landy keeping the dribble alive. He's got a little Harlem Globetrotter in him, the way he can dribble.
Yeah, he does. Great ball control.
Now he drives in the lane, shoots on Simmons, up and under, is up and good with 5 seconds to go. Warriors need to get a shot away. 4 seconds, a little runner, 3 at the buzzer is short, and it'll be a 9-point lead at the half as the penetration is finished by Simmons. His first basket of the second half makes it a 9-point lead. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back. Andy Griffin and Mike McGarry live from Desert Hills High School. That update from Dixie State, it is the New Mexico Lobos 47, the Dixie State Trailblazers 33, Mike. And they led most of the first half, but things kind of got a little bit ugly here in the second half for them.
Welcome to D1, huh?
Yeah. We hope to get you a Dixie Cedar update here in a minute as well. They were tied at the half over at the hangar at Dixie High School. Right here, it's a 9-point Thunder lead over Snow Canyon. Warriors inside, Simmons one-on-one with Munson, up off the glass, no good. That was actually Vandermeide on his back, and Vandermeide gets foul number 4.
Yeah, he didn't like that one. That's a big reason why. That's number 4. Probably will put him on the bench. Coach Allred's trying to appeal that one. Ain't going to get the attention, however.
So Simmons, who's 4 out of 5 from the line in this game. Is that right? 4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Will get a pair.
No, 5 out of 6.
All right. Well, we just missed one, though.
Yeah. So much for all that, huh? Yeah, missed his first, hit 5 in a row, now missed that one.
One more coming for Simmons, who has 13 points in this game. He averages 20.
Nathan McMillan, by the way, checks back into the game for Desert Hills.
Second free throw, he corrected and got the roll on it. Oh, he has 14 points now, and the lead is 8 for D Hills. Landick will walk it across. 7:40 left in the contest. Tried to screen and roll with McMillan, wasn't having it. Childs on him. Drive in to Munson. Munson traveled, got away with it, missed a shot. Simmons on the glass. Nearly had it stolen away, finally has to give it up. Getting in the forecourt to Blake Munson. Munson top to Simmons and to Munson. Sets a screen.
Yeah, wanted that screen. Actually pointed where you're supposed to stand, buddy.
Get the ball inside. Simmons up off the glass over Munson and up and in, and it's a 6-point game.
Boy, I tell you, coming alive here in the second half is Lyman Simmons.
Newby drives and he's blocked out of there. Huge block by Simmons, but then on the rebound, Politis goes out a little too hard and commits a personal foul, and he'll sit down with 4 fouls.
Yeah, 4 fouls on Lyman Politis. So he will go to the bench. Checking in will be Will Warner. Now Warner has 7 points in the ball game.
Lincoln averages 11 a game. He only has 3, Mike.
Yeah, he just has not found his shot tonight.
7 minutes on the clock on our Nets on Fire clock. It is 53-47. Landick hits a deck. No foul. And a steal, and this time they do call a foul. Judkins bumped from behind. The game getting a little physical, Mike.
Yeah, definitely physical. Not even turning around when that whistle was blown was Will Warner. He picks up his 3rd foul of the game. Will, by the way, just a sophomore. He and
Simmons will be playing together for a couple more years together, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely. 7 points in the game for Warner.
Munson, a screen to Landick. Landick, 15-footer off the glass. No good. Rebound to Snow Canyon. A chance to cut it to 4 or 3. Munson drives in. Little runner up. No good. Rebound Munson. The other Munson, that's Keegan Munson, to Landick, to Newby. 3-pointer, right wing. Good! Team DL 3 for Reggie Newby.
I tell you what, that guy right there may have my vote for MVP in this one. Unbelievable.
And Coach Meekum, I think, what's the call here?
He came out and yelled at something.
Did he tee him up? Or just a sideline warning, perhaps, maybe a bench warning?
I'm not sure what it was, but I think someone who is close, who might be Mason Landeck, who stood right over behind him applauding. They let it go. I don't know what the call was. Back to live action.
It's a 9-point game, so Canyon will have it. I'm pretty sure that was a bench warning or a sideline warning, what they added a couple of years ago, so that's to not tee guys up on the first warning. Simmons has it. He is in trouble back there. Finally gives it up to Childs. Now to Blake Munson. They give him the right side drive. He doesn't take it. Now to Isaac Lyon. Lyon guarded out there by Newby. And left side to Childs. Childs looking inside. Nobody there. Offense looking a little stagnant right now for Snow Canyon.
Yeah, kind of standing around.
To Simmons. He tries a 3. That's too hard. No good. Tipped out and saved by the Warriors. To Isaac Lyon. He drives in the lane. He's cut off. Needs some help. Throws it away. And the fast break. Here comes Mason Landick all the way in. Shot will not go, but a blocking foul called on Snow Canyon.
Yeah, kind of took him out underneath, went in and went after him, and then tried to just stand there to take the charge, but he knocked his feet away, and it'll be called a shooting foul, I am sure.
Personal is called on Blake Munson. That is his first of the game.
Wow.
Landick to the line, and he hits it. Landick had 13 points in the first quarter. He now has 18 points.
Yeah.
Been a little bit off. He hit a bunch of threes early and hadn't really been able to buy one since, but he does make free throws. One of the best free throw shooters in the state is Mason Landick. He's 3 for 3 in this game. And just like that, it's an 11-point game again, Mike.
You know, that's just what I think the Thunder do to you. They struggle, they fall, but they don't give up the lead.
Snow Canyon on the offense. They go in the baseline to Simmons. Simmons lowers his shoulder, jump hook, got it. Got a friendly roll, but when you're that big and that close, that's what happens sometimes.
And I tell you what, they ought to go in every time just like that. He's strong.
Landick goes to the hole, shot no good. Rebound Snow Canyon, they're on the run. Simmons on the putback, and he dunks it home, and it's a 7-point game.
Snow Canyon not going away easily on this one.
He has 20 points now, does Simmons.
That's
right on his average. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a 7-point game, 4:40 left. Judkins has it. Drives in the lane, tries to go all the way to home, cut off. Up and under move, left it short, rebound, Snow Canyon. Chance to cut it to 6 or 5 or 4.
I almost said what a good job, but I think he was so open it scared him, and he short-armed it.
Looking for a screen now. Simmons sets it. They can't use it. Around the horn they go to Blake Munson. He'll try a deep 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound taken down by Keegan Munson. Good box out on Simmons. 4:05 left. A 7-point game. Tempo favoring Snow Canyon right now. Slowing things down. Landick. Lefty dribble. Now he's cut off and backs it out. Warner guarding him. He gets it back after handing it to Newby. Drives in the lane, jump stop, kick it over to Munson. Skip pass across, nearly thrown away. Good save by Judkins. Judkins drives, kicks in the corner, 3 out of the corner, shot no good. Rebound fought for. Munson's got it. He saves it to Landick. Landick drives in, shoots it over the big fella and gets the roll. That's a big shot, Mike.
Wow, that's huge. Landick, you know, I tell you what, just from watching him, he has an incredible shot. He's very aggressive, but he just seems to have that ability to come through when the chips are down. That was a huge one right there.
Timeouts today brought to you by the Scott Gibson team at Intercap Lending. We also appreciate Luke Udy Insurance. And let's see, let me see if I can find Luke. Where is he? There he is. Shopping for insurance isn't as fun as watching your favorite team win until you save a ton of money on home, auto, or life insurance. Call Luke Udy today with American Family Insurance at 435-251-9102. Mike, 3:30 on the clock. The lead is 9. Snow Canyon, what do they have to do? How are they going to get back in this?
No, I'll tell you what, they're doing about all they can do. They're going to have to be I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd go inside to the big guy. I'd make it go through him. He's getting a little bit better. I think when he is a down low post player, he's much better at when he comes out high. The thing I've noticed, this isn't a big knock, but when they want to use him by setting the high pick, he never quite get the pick set. He's starting to move away. I think he ought to be down below, going hard to the hole, getting the ball, getting position, putting it in the hole.
Lyman Simmons does have 20 points in this game. He's going to have probably closer to 30 if they're going to win this thing, though.
Amen.
Right now it's 60-51. Snow Canyon trailing Desert Hills, the number 7 team in the state in the RPI against the number 1 team in the state. And by the way, for the record, Desert Hills has not lost a game this year. That's not saying they're going to stay that way, but right now they're undefeated.
They are playing extremely well.
Blake Munson, wanted to set a pick and roll, but he terminated his dribble. He has to give it to Simmons. Simmons sets a screen that's not used over there, sets up for a 3, fakes a 3, drives in the lane, big giant step across the lane, can't get the roll, rebound to Munson. That's Keegan Munson, 3:05 left, Desert Hills by 9. Judkins with a little crossover, makes a nice move but can't penetrate. Now to Landick. Landick guarded by Warner, drives in the lane. No look pass to Munson, lays it up and in. Nice pass by Landick and Munson the finish.
I tell you what, I think that's muscle shot. You go up hard, you put it in. You don't shoot at, you put it in the hole.
Hard drive, skip pass in the corner, 3 out of the corner. That is no good. Rebound. Munson saves it to Landick. And with 2.5 left, it's an 11-point game, and the Thunder are a possession or two, Mike, from putting this thing away.
Yeah, I agree.
Landick drives in, shot no good. He is fouled. I think Simmons probably got the personal on that one.
Yeah, I think Simmons went in there hard. It was kind of a try to make a statement. You ain't going to get it, and well, he didn't, but Simmons, they go Childs on the foul, apparently. So Brenton just gets his second foul.
But bottom line is a very good free throw shooter is going to go to the line for the Thunder, up by 11 with 2:23 on the clock, and swish.
4 for 4. Yeah, he's definitely from Snow Canyon, not the guy you want there. For Desert Hills, please, the guy you want standing at the line.
Mason Landick hit 4 threes in the first quarter. He's now made 4 free throws in the game, and he has 2, 4, 6, 7, 22 points, make it 23 points.
Wow.
And made all of his free throws. 2:20 on the clock. The lead is 13. Warriors got as close as 6, Mike, but have not been able to get closer.
Yep.
Handoff. Simmons, left-handed finish on a nice dish from Blake Munson. Makes it an 11-point game.
Yeah, I like that, though. Simmons going down inside. That's where you want him.
Bodies hit the deck. No foul called either way. Warriors with numbers. Stop and pop. It's up and good. As Morrison hits it, it makes it a 9-point game. And Coach Allred a little bit unhappy. I don't know if he's unhappy with his player for flopping so hard or if he's unhappy with the ref for not calling a foul, Mike.
Yeah, well, Landick got up and had a word with the official, but the bottom line is it probably might have been a foul, but you got to get up and go play.
Our game brought to you in part by Fabulous Freddy's. Our free throws today brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's with 2 Southern Utah locations. Fuel it up, wash it down, and save at Fabulous Freddy's. And don't forget a splash drink while you're there, Mike. Get that dirty Dr. Pepper or whatever it is that makes you happy. The clock says 1:55. The score is 64-55. We talked about tempo on our Camping World Keys of the Game, Mike. I kind of surmise that if Spokane could hold Desert Hills under 70, they might have a chance to win this game. Desert Hills has 64 right now, and by the way, our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert is in effect tonight.
Got it! All right.
They got 64, probably going to get close to 70, but the Warriors, well, they haven't held up there, and they only have 55 on the board.
Well, that would get them, wouldn't it? 55 to get the. Oh, you're talking about not about the treat. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about winning the game.
No, absolutely. You know, on their home court once again. As I mentioned it a moment ago, this is what I think makes the Thunder so good. They play really well. They don't play so well, but they don't give up the lead once they seem to get it.
Our game brought to you in part by Sand Hollow Resort. They've got the music venue, got the golf courses, they've got the villas. Check them out on Facebook or keep up with events. Call 656-GOLF for tee times. Landick brings it in the forecourt. Gets a nice screen from a teammate, that is McMillan, and then backs things out. 1:40 on the clock, the lead is 9. Warriors are probably going to have to start fouling eventually. Playing a little keep away. Judkins has it on the angle left. Fans wanted to travel. Judkins drives in, back outside. They're taking the air out of the ball. Now to Newby. Back to Judkins. 1:25 left in the game. At what point do you start fouling?
Maybe right now. Here they come with
it's a double team. Long skip pass, nearly thrown away, saved by McMillan. McMillan back out to Newby. More time off the clock. 1:10 left. Landick drives in, skips it over to Newby. Newby had a three, didn't take it. Back out to Judkins. Judkins double team. Now inside, Munson, alley-oop, Munson and a dunk, and that might just be the dagger with a minute left.
Yeah, I think that pretty much says it right there, Andy. That was great control of the game by the Thunder and a beautiful feed for the alley-oop.
Blake Munson drives for Snow Canyon. Out to Politis. Politis drives in the lane, bump, no harm, no foul. Ball blocked out of there by Nathan McMillan.
Again, I do like the defense of the Thunder. This is the first time I've seen the Thunder play this year, and I'm very, very impressed. They've got shooters, they got ability to control, and I've seen better defense than I kind of expected. Not that they're bad. No, in fact, they're very good.
41 seconds left in the game. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout on a one-loss scoreboard with 41 seconds left. It's Thunder 66, Warriors 55. .41 seconds left in the game. So Canyon needs a miracle at this point. They get it into Simmons. Simmons shoots it over Munson and misses the shot. Left it short. Munson on the rebound. 35 seconds left now, and Desert Hills is fouled. And Mason Landick, who hasn't missed a free throw, will go to the line. He hands the ball to the official. I wonder when they pick their shoes, are they allowed to pick any color they want, Mike?
Apparently so.
He's got the purple one. Simmons has the bright kind of fluorescent green. You look at Warner down there. He's got the kind of red and orange, which clash with the green and gold. Free throw by Landick is good. Mason Landick is going to be our player of the game, I think, Mike.
I have another one for you, just because.
Landick, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in the half, 24, now 25 in the game. You're going to have to make a really good case, Mike. Landick gets a steal. 66-55, clock running, layup up and good, 68, now 70. Landick is lighting it up in the fourth quarter. The lead is 15. Stop and pop, Munson for three. No good, rebound, Landick. And with 15 seconds to go, they foul him. And it's going to be Desert Hills improving to 11-0 this year, Mike. 3-0 in region play, and the Warriors, who have had a couple of tough roadies, are going to be behind the 8 ball at 1-2.
Yeah. You mentioned it earlier. They jumped into the Region 9 races taking probably the toughest on right at the beginning. And they're right now down 2 in a row to the top teams, the Reds, and now here against Desert Hills. Free throw, by the way, is up and good. He's probably making the case to take away my other guy here.
8 for 8 from the line is what I have him for right now. He made 4 threes in the first quarter. Hasn't made another deep ball, but he's made all those charity ones, including, you know what, Mike, the thing about his free throws,
they're dead center.
They don't rattle around or bounce or whatever. They swish almost every time.
Yep. And 5 new players in for Desert Hills with a chance to play the final 15 of this one. Their team's going to get the win.
72-55, stop and pop three-pointer is no good. Simmons on the glass, steps out in 3, tries a fadeaway three-pointer, and that one is good. And that makes it a 14-point game, and that's your ball game. Well, Lyman Simmons does finish with a 3. That is his 9th of the season, but I think Snow Canyon found out how good this Desert Hills team really is today. 72-58 final score. Yeah, you go back to Snow Canyon, you never know what might happen, Mike, on the road. But tonight, the number 1 team in the state played like the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Mason Landeck just had the hot hand. He showed it early with the deep ball, then he came back in that fourth quarter, went to the free throw line and just knocked down everything that he could do. Keegan Munchin had a good second half. And I'll just tell you, the guy that I would have put up there as a possibility was Reggie Newby. He had 4 3-pointers and 2 for 2 from the line. And the reason I liked him was because he hit some very timely, deep threes. When everyone else was kind of struggling, even Landeck went off a little bit. But I can't hardly go against the job tonight by Landeck.
One other score, we'll give that to you right now. It is Dixie and Cedar with 5 minutes left, tied at 50-50. The defending 4A state champions against the number 3 team in the state of Utah. So it's 3 versus 4, and they are all tied up as that game goes late. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have our Johnson Pediatric postgame show. More from Andy and Mike from the Thunderdome, where Desert Hills has come away